What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dead Pulse Theory. Along with my partner Jarvis. I am Jman. Yeah. So today on the old DPT, that's what the kids call it.
It sounds like a street drug.
It sounds like a form of sexual activity in a porno. Double penetration titty fucking.
That would be DPTF.
Well, you just take the F out. Just like WWF, right? Yeah. Dude, we are rolling today. Holy shit. Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. As you can tell by the title that I have not named present currently time yet, but you can figure out we are doing, yet again, another wrestling show. We're turning this into the Dead Pulse Pro Wrestling Pulse Theory time. For our viewers, we're going to do a simulcast. Upload fest here. A dual branded video that is going to be going up on our old channel, the Pro Wrestling Pulse, and on our current channel, the Dead Pulse Theory. So any of our former friends over there on the Pro Wrestling Pulse, be sure to go down to the description, click the link below, and go to our new channel, the Dead Pulse Theory, because that old channel is dead and not a theory. God damn it. So yeah, click that link and be sure to subscribe to the new channel because that is where we preside now. Preside or reside?
I don't know.
Do
I look like a rocket scientist?
Preside. My cats are going insane. Preside or reside, whatever it is. That is where we're uploading videos.
Think we have the budget to cage these cats all day? We
what?
don't.
Cage the elephant.
Cage the cats.
Cage the kitties.
No, they're not that
we
bad.
don't. My wife would kill me if we caged them. Legit. That's Ric Flair real life. Yeah, so we're going to do another little dual branded upload here. So get our wrestling viewers the satisfaction of our wrestling content because we're so fucking knowledgeable. This shit. We're going to be talking about
hashtag I stand with Dave.
The big, god damn it. Talk about the big weekend for WWE. Obviously, we have big shows going on in Brooklyn this weekend. Hoping to get these videos up before the weekend for you guys, so you can check it out before the shows happen. This Saturday, we have the A show being NXT. NXT Brooklyn 4, TakeOver Brooklyn 4. And then, obviously, the big show on Sunday, the 7-hour conglomerate that is going to be known as Summer Scam. Is what I'm going to title it. SummerSlam this Sunday, only on the WWE Network. Yeah.
How much does it cost?
It's only $9.99, Mr. Jarvis. It's only $9.99.
You know, it's still way cheaper than paying $40 for every pay-per-view.
Yep.
That's why I still have the network.
I wish this was right, because we literally would not have purchased a WWE pay-per-view. Well, we went to WrestleMania, so probably Rumble would have been the last pay-per-view we probably would have bought. Yeah. So, because all the other ones have been poop. But now, if we had to pay for NXT pay-per-views, that would be a different circumstance. Speaking of NXT, we're going to go ahead and run this down. For our Pro Wrestling Pulse viewers, you might be used to how we used to preview shows and things like that. We're not going to do it the full way. We're kind of going to do it our Dead Pulse Theory way, where we just kind of discuss the cards and kind of go over some of the highlights and lowlights on some of them. But yeah, this TakeOver card looks fucking insane. It looks like it could be not only one of the best TakeOver shows, but one of the best WWE shows. I said that retarded. WWE. One of the best WWE shows in recent memory. We had the awesome privilege of going to TakeOver New Orleans, which was a fucking awesome show. One of the best shows we've ever been to live, period, from any organization. And yeah, that's all they do. The one word that I think of when I think of takeovers and I think of NXT is delivery. They always deliver. They always give you. They pack the most punch. They give you the most substance for the time being, unlike WWE that gives you the fluff and bullshit and can't think of the word. Was it the substance instead of what is the word we were thinking of? Where they give you too much instead of giving you what they need. We always say that the main roster gives you the
too many cooks in the kitchen.
Whatever. I'll think of.
I don't know.
I'll think of the phrase here. Thanks for helping me out, cock. I'll think of it down the road. I
was thinking of it.
Yeah, sure you were. I'm sure you'll think of it when it's your time to talk. Oh yeah, this is what that dipshit was trying to think of.
You're probably right. Come to me.
Yeah, but definitely this TakeOver show highlighted by the main event, a huge looks
quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity. Thank you, Mr. Jarvis. That is what I was trying to say. Definitely quality that you're getting over the quantity. Way too much quantity on the main roster. But yeah, this show highlighted by numerous great matches. I'll go ahead and just run down the whole card here. They have the Women's Championship with Baszler and Kairi Sane. You have the North American title with Adam Cole and Ricochet. The tag titles, Undisputed Era going up against Mustache Mountain, Velveteen Dream and EC3 in a great character styles clash. And obviously highlighted by the main event with champion Tommaso Ciampa, the juggernaut heel that he is, going up against Johnny Wrestling, the ginormous face. Just perfect clash of personalities and styles that they have in that. In their last man standing NXT Championship match. That is going to be absolutely insane. They're going to fucking kill each other again.
Is that feud of the year?
What's that?
Is that feud of the year?
Oh, by far, I would say.
Yeah.
I would honestly... I can't think of any other... I mean, especially in WWE, but I would also say outside of that as well. I think it's fantastic. I think it is the most perfect heel-face dynamic that we have seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get that dynamic over. NXT crowds help it out a lot because they are genuinely give a ton of heat to Tommaso Ciampa, and deservingly so. He deserves that. In a day and age where there's that gray area between heels where a lot of heels just get cheered because everybody loves the bad guy, Tommaso Ciampa is such a genuinely great asshole that they give him the just due and keep it kayfabe, and legitimately he gets booed out of arenas. I mean, the reaction that he got in Chicago, the reaction that he got in New Orleans, it's great to have that kind of old school vibe because obviously Johnny Gargano is just so lovable and so beloved.
Gargano's just like one of the most likable dudes. I met him years ago at an independent show here in St. Louis, and he was such a nice dude.
Here's the comparison I got. He is wrestling's version of Jim from The Office. Johnny Gargano.
Shit, that's a good comparison.
He is wrestling's version of Jim from The Office. Everybody loves him. I mean, he's an amazing athlete. He's a great professional wrestler, and he genuinely, you don't even have to meet the guy to just realize that how genuine of a guy he is and how much he cares about what he's doing. And his wife's awesome too. So I mean, you can't. That's just a great combo you got going on there. So I mean, that match is gonna kill. I would say. To me, if I had to peg a match as being the match of the weekend, I would probably have to put it on that match. I said the same thing before WrestleMania, and there was some high quality matches that were going into WrestleMania, and I said, man, Gargano and Ciampa, and this was the first altercation that we had at New Orleans. I was like, man, they're going to put on something special. They're going to go out there and fuck each other up, and same thing that they did in New Orleans, the same thing they did in Chicago at TakeOver Chicago.
You think that
another great match too.
The issue might be topping their last two matches, like being able to do
something different.
Yeah, do something different. I think maybe they blew their load with their first match. That first match, man,
the second one was great too. I do definitely think the first match is better. There's some that think the second. I don't think so. I wasn't a fan of the finish. I didn't like the finish that they did there, where they had Gargano having him tap, and then the ref all of a sudden came back in and was able to count for the DDT finish on that opened canvas spot. But the work was great in both. Yeah. They just have a high-level, cerebral wrestling mind running this feud in Triple H, and probably Shawn Michaels with the help of it, too. They have people that have so much history and backing and know how to progress stories, because I've said it all along, this story and this angle and this feud has so much reminded me of Triple H and Shawn Michaels from 2002. Yeah. That's exactly what it feels like to me. Triple H, obviously, is the uber amazing dick heel, and Shawn Michaels so beloved. You can obviously see the comparisons between there, and you could tell by who's running NXT why this is working out so well. To me, I look for Gargano to probably get the win here, to get the culmination and the big championship victory over Gargano. It's just been such a great story. They've told it so amazingly, even adding in Aleister Black, who unfortunately suffered that injury,
right.
Because it looked like it was going to be a triple threat. But yeah, having him come in and lose the title to Ciampa, and then having Gargano basically be the reason why Ciampa won the championship. So I mean, there's so many different layers when you pull back this story and when you look back on it and think of all the different things they've done. But I look for them to.
You think taking Black out of there actually made the match better?
I do. Yeah. I do. Yeah. I feel that way. I feel like it still could have made sense, but I feel like you needed a culmination match. We talked about them possibly doing the first ever NXT Hell in a Cell match with these two because I think they deserve it. But getting last man standing, it fits the gimmick. I thought it was kind of weird going from a non-sanctioned match to a street fight because it just felt the same.
They had to do it as a street fight because that was the weekend where they were doing
they were doing last man standing. No, they were doing last man standing.
With
so now
AJ and Nakamura.
Yeah, so now they do it here. So who knows what they would have done? If they already pulled the last man standing cord, could have got maybe a Hell in a Cell.
This will probably go down as a top 3 greatest last man standing matches ever.
I can't.
I
would
argue.
say
I would say that right now, even before it has happened. It's probably going to go down, and then I think the non-sanctioned match they had goes down as one of the top 3 best non-sanctioned matches ever. Yeah. I don't know about the street fight. I like the street fight. It did kind of get a little sloppy at times and a little lost in the story.
Yeah,
and it kind of all over the place at times. But the non-sanctioned one they had is in the top non-sanctioned matches in WWE.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this Last Man Standing is definitely going to be in one of the top matches
for sure, and it's a hard match to pull off. I mean, it is. You kind of get lost because you lose a little bit of momentum. You have big spots, and then you have that 10 count. So you lose a little bit of the momentum, but I think they could find because I mean, the spots that they've done, the ones they did in New Orleans, the one they did in Chicago, I mean, were some of the spots you never see spots like this.
Or what if they instead did a Lance Armstrong Canadian rules match where you have to make 2 to a count of 4?
That was my second option as far as the gimmick goes. That's a
we watched this old WCW pay-per-view. What was it? 2001 Uprising?
Oh, no, bad blood. Right? Oh, what the fuck? New Blood Rising.
New Blood Rising. Lance Storm had a match, and they stopped changing the rules because it wasn't Canadian rules.
The shit was entertaining as fuck.
He changed the U.S. title to the Canadian title, and then they made it to where the ref had to do a 4 count instead of a 3 count, and we were dying.
We were dead. When the referee hit 4, I was like dead. I was like, this shit is brilliant. Oh, damn it. But yeah, I obviously look for that one to be some great stuff. A possible show stealer here has to be the tag team title match. Undisputed Era, Mustache Mountain having an amazing feud that they've just in a short period of time have built up. The match that they had on NXT Weekly a couple weeks ago was fantastic, with Tyler Bate throwing the towel in for Trent Seven and giving the championships back to the Undisputed Era. All of these guys are just uber talented. All these guys are veterans when it comes to the tag team game. They know how to work the style. It's a very old school vibe that you get out of these guys. Yeah. And I look for this one to be another classic when it comes to the tag team division of NXT, which is bar none.
I think it's going to be the best match on the show. Yeah. I think the Last Man Standing will be good. I think that this will be okay. I don't want to say the best match on the show because the way I've come to rating matches in my own way, I've always been like, over the years changed from, doing star ratings, doing this, doing that. And then I've always thought to myself when I make my list at the end of the year, this match was athletically probably the best, a 5-star match. Right. But then there was a match that I rated maybe 4.5 that had a better story or like grabbed me and pulled me in. And those are the matches that I would consider the best matches of the year. To me, I'm not going to do the whole star rating, this was a 60-minute classic. Like, if the match is 18 minutes long and it tells a better story and it actually gripped me for 20 whole minutes where I was not paying attention to anything else, that's probably more important. I think that this match could possibly do that. Yeah. And like I said, their NXT match on their weekly shows was one of my favorite matches of the year so far. Yeah. It just like you legit felt bad for the situation, like even though you knew you were watching a fake sport, like you just were drawn into it.
And I think that's another dynamic of the heel face dynamic. Yeah, they just do such a good job in NXT, man. They get over, they make you care so much. And Mustache Mountain literally a month ago were like heel, so I mean they were running with Pete Dunne, who was heel at the time. Now they kind of all of them have kind of flipped with British Strong Style and everything, but I mean they just make you genuinely care, and they told a great story in that match. And that one's surefire to be outstanding. And then you just get the, indie jizz fest known as Adam Cole and Ricochet having a match together for the North American title, which is going to be fucking awesome. Two of the most talented guys for two totally different reasons. Ricochet and his athletic prowess and just how amazing he is in the ring, and Adam Cole literally being the second coming of the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and everything that he provides in the ring as well. So, I mean, I look for that one to be fantastic. And maybe a surprise victory by Ricochet. I mean, I could definitely see him coming out with the championship here. I'm just curious to see how much time they're going to give. And what we've been on record as saying, just keep these guys in NXT. We don't want some of these guys to touch the main roster because we've seen how, shit has been handled on the main roster. Just let these guys run its course on NXT and let them do their shit.
If Cole loses and they,
Undisputed Era drop the titles.
Undisputed Era drop the titles.
Come to the main roster.
Yeah, I could see him come to the main roster. What would only
would be great?
stop me?
You know what would be great?
What?
Maybe you see Undisputed Era and Cole drop the titles, and maybe you see the New Day win the tag titles, and maybe see some sort of beatdown on the New Day or something like that. Maybe an interaction with them, maybe bringing them up to the main roster on Sunday, which would be kind of some cool stuff.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would think would possibly keep them from doing that is if they want to wait for Bobby Fish to be healthy.
True.
I'm not sure if they want to just slate Bobby Fish back into the. I personally think Roderick Strong is better than Bobby Fish.
Definitely superior. Yeah.
And
I love Bobby Fish though.
Yeah, I think Bobby Fish is
but
talented.
Roderick is definitely superior in the ring.
Yeah, and I don't know if they would just want to just do that, to have him jump up like that. I feel like they need to do something important with them. I don't think they should just come up and kind of shit the bed. So
yeah.
It would be good to have them come up and do. There's a lot of trios in WWE right
True.
now. It'd be surprise me if they didn't eventually do a trios title.
Yeah,
I think that could
maybe
be a thing.
see some sort of interaction with like Undisputed Era and like the Shield. Have all the Shield's face.
Yeah.
Could have
That's
champions in the Shield, and Dean Ambrose just coming back. So I mean that could be interesting too. But yeah, definitely Cole and Ricochet looking like
I think Ricochet wins.
Great
I'm gonna go.
if I were to pick somebody, I think I'd probably go Ricochet too.
I think it's a Ricochet a win here.
Yeah. And then we have a great just character clash. I've liked the segments that they've done on NXT with Velveteen Dream and EC3. I think Velveteen Dream is one of the most underrated guys on the entire WWE roster. He is such an old school vibe guy with new school talent. He obviously has the character and the charisma. He's got the whole Prince and Rick Rude type deal going on, Gold Dust kind of vibe.
Reminds me of Macho Man Randy Savage sometimes.
That too, for sure. Yeah, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of everything rolled into one. It's like a combination of like Gold Dust, Macho Man, and Rick Rude, all in like one just awesome package. And yeah, he's great. He's great on the mic. He's great in the ring. He's delivered, and that's the one thing I was waiting for him to see, or waiting to see from Velveteen, was the delivery of matches, and you saw it. You saw it with Aleister Black's match, which was fantastic. You saw it with Ricochet's match, which was fantastic, and he keeps getting mid-carded. I'd love to see some matches with Velveteen in the main spot and being in a championship match. Could you imagine Velveteen and Johnny Gargano matches or feuds and Gargano?
He's great. He's
stuff?
Pretty green. I actually think he'll stay in NXT for a minute.
He probably will. I think he's in good shape. I think he's in a good spot right now. He's in he just keep doing his thing, and I think that he continues to get backing. Every week he continues to gain more fans. He continues to make people believe in what he's doing.
Right.
But he's outstanding in the ring. He's great on the mic. He has the character. He has the charisma. Just if he ever comes to the main roster, don't let him shit the bed, and then all of a sudden it's just Brodus Clay 2. Or some bullshit like that. We just don't want to see that because this guy's hella talented.
I'm not sure I feel about EC3.
I'm not either.
I don't dislike him, but I kind of just feel like he's there. And
he feels like how
I feel like he would
Bobby Roode came in when he
I was
came
literally
in
getting ready to say I feel like he would be
Bobby Roode too.
Bobby Roode too, come in on the main roster and just be like Bobby Roode too.
Yeah.
He has way more charisma than Bobby Roode, I think, on the mic, and he could probably get himself over. And if anything, if he just starts dwindling down, just become a comedy character on the main roster. I think that would be a thing.
Yeah, he's too much of a generic mold. He's too much of the Bobby Roode mold of just, I am a 80s throwback looking guy with muscles and shit, and I can talk and I have charisma or whatever. Like, you need more. There's just more that's needed there. But yeah, we'll see where that goes with him. And then the last one we were talking about here, you got the Women's Championship with Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. This has to be Kairi Sane's moment.
Oh, yeah.
Has to be Kairi Sane's moment to finally get the championship.
I think so.
Kairi Sane, uber talented, over with the fans, amazing in the ring. I think Shayna Baszler has been a good champion. I think I was kind of not.
I'm the best wrestler you've seen in forever.
I'm the best wrestler you've seen in forever. You got to put her mouth guard in too. We were dying. Like 3 a.m, I was dead. He was asleep, and we were rewatching Takeover like that night when we were in New Orleans, and I just busted up laughing. You have to go back and watch her when she wins the title at New Orleans. Shit's hilarious. But yeah, this could be another good one too, and another probably one of the best NXT women's matches we've seen in a little bit. Haven't been the upwards of the women's quality that we've seen back when
they have some chemistry too. They've been working together.
True. Back when you've seen when obviously Sasha and Bayley's and Becky and Charlotte's were all in NXT, but I feel like this one could definitely shine here, and I look for Kairi Sane to take the women's championship.
Yeah, I definitely think this is Kairi Sane's a win here. It's got to be.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely looking forward to TakeOver. Unfortunately, I cannot watch it live. We're going to a goddamn fucking concert that my dad is dragging us to. I actually do want to go. It's going to be fun. But really, really excited for that show. Like, if I had to literally double the amount I am excited for SummerSlam. I'll just say that. And yeah, it should be some fucking awesome stuff, and hopefully it delivers on what we're feeling that's going down with NXT right now, because it's just been great stuff, and hopefully they continue their roll on Saturday. But we'll go ahead and get into the loveliness that we have going on Sunday for the main show.
So disclaimer: this show is going to be really long. There are some. And I hate to do this to myself because every time I'm like, this is a pretty good WWE card.
Don't do it.
And then it happens and I'm just like, this is a pretty bad WWE card. On paper, yes, but always just while we're watching, I'm just like, son of a bitch. How do they ruin this? But yeah, so we'll run down some of these matches. We'll start with the pre-show. I'll just throw these out here real quick. They got the B team with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. They're stupid entertaining, but they're just... Their tag team division just looks childish, man.
It does.
The Revival is great. I've been waiting for them to get a shot for a while. I actually hope that they win here.
Yes.
Disclaimer, another one. Is that even the right context? It might not even be in the right context. Disclaimer. Exclamation.
Asterisk next to that.
We are such hardcore wrestling fans. We've been pretty disappointed with the main WWE roster for quite a while, and we are just on the verge of barely watching at all. You possibly just watch the big pay-per-views, watch the NXT shows, still watch the the good stuff, right. The New Japans and all those. So we decided to possibly spark our interest because football season is starting. We are big fantasy football players. We decided to do ourselves a fantasy wrestling draft.
Now, mind you, we've been doing these for years. We just never talked about them on the Pro Wrestling Pulse or anything like that. But yeah, we've been doing it for quite some time. So we had me and Jarvis, my wife, Kristen, who you've seen on the Pro Wrestling Pulse before, Truth. We got all of us together this past weekend and did ourselves a little wrestling fantasy draft.
15-man Raw, SmackDown.
Yep. NXT.
205 Live and NXT.
Yeah.
So you basically 15 guys,
gals
and gals, guys and gals. Yep. And
God, me too, bro.
Hashtag me too.
Don't leave the women out of the Pro Wrestling fantasy draft.
Hashtag I stand with Dave.
Jesus Christ.
He doesn't deserve all that trouble. Leave him alone. He's an old man. He's like
Listen,
80 years
I will
old.
dip my cock in your boot like Randy Orton if you don't fucking watch out. Okay,
Randy. First of all, before we get into this WrestleMania, this SummerSlam card, Randy Orton did all that shit.
Absolutely.
Everything that people are saying about him,
hilarious.
he did all of that shit. I would guarantee.
I would bet my life on the fact that Randy Orton is that way. I guarantee.
Yeah, he did all of that shit.
Yep.
So.
And I wish he'd do all of that on camera. I wish we could see that shit. I wish he could.
Randy Orton's prank show.
Randy Orton, he's gonna RKO you and dip his cock in your boot.
Yeah.
That's the Randy Orton I want on TV. That should be hilarious. But yes, feel free to do it at home. Do your own wrestling fantasy drafts. If your nerddom is up to the par with ours, I doubt it. Then yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've been doing it for years and years. We keep track of points. It's really easy to do.
Appearances, wins, title
appearances,
wins.
and yeah, weekly wins, title wins, pay-per-view wins. So we have a little bragging rights and something else to watch or something else to think about than the fact that we have to sit there for 7 hours on a fucking Sunday and watch.
So we're like, God, we want our guy to win. Like with me, I really like to win, and I drafted quite a few guys that I really just don't like.
Yeah.
But I know that they are going to have matches and appearances. So, and maybe it'll make me be like, yes, can't believe Jinder Mahal.
That's right.
Won this match.
Let's do it. We're giving shit. We were talking before this went on. It's like, hey, man, do we get points for pre-shows? We're like talking about the pre-show shit. We're like, fuck, I got Almas on the pre-show, bro. I need to get my points.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, for sure.
So we'll get into the pre-show here. Real quick, we'll just run them down. We won't talk about them too much. B-Team, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel versus The Revival, Dash Wilder, and Scott
Go
Dawson.
The Revival.
Yeah, I love The Revival. I think they're great.
Also drafted them.
Yeah, I mean, you did. You have The Revival. I don't have B-Team, so I don't give a shit about them winning. I want The Revival to win here. And yeah, I mean, this will probably just be whatever.
Yeah.
It probably won't be anything great. It'll probably just be whatever.
Hopefully we get on the side of bringing back some good tag team wrestling to Raw, because we haven't seen it. It's been a comedy show, obviously, with Bray and Matt, and then with the B team and everything. I mean, you have the Authors of Pain just dicking around. I mean, just on Raw. And they've already just shit the bed to really do nothing. But yeah, put it on the Revival, get some tag team flow back going on there, maybe bring up some guys
You're coming to the main roster. But we have nothing for you.
That's right. Cesaro and Sheamus.
Right.
You guys are a great tag team, but yeah, we ain't got shit for you.
Authors
right
of Pain,
now.
you're back. Oh, we're going to get rid of your manager.
Yeah.
We have nothing for you.
We're also going to get rid of your cool entrance.
And your masks.
And your mask and everything that made you intriguing.
Yeah, in NXT.
So now you're just dudes that look like fat Roman Reigns is out there. We already got one of those on the roster. We don't need 2 more.
We don't need any more blown up D'Lo
Blown
Brown.
up Samoan motherfucker.
Right. Next we got, Revival. I want them to win.
Yeah, let's go Revival.
Yeah, Revival. Next we got Rusev and Lana versus Andrade Cien Almas.
Oh my God, what?
Andrade Cien Almas.
Johnny Gargano Almas. What?
Johnny
And Zelina Vega.
Oh, Zelina Vega.
Vega.
This will be probably a fun match.
It'll be all right.
I love Almas.
It'll get its
I love
whopping
Almas
6 minutes.
and I love Almas and Zelina Vega. I have Rusev here, and he has Almas.
I have Almas, so
I want Almas to win.
So that's right.
No, I want Rusev to win.
Andrade Cien Almas, I've said it time and time again, he literally is, wrestling-wise, I don't think, obviously, his own charisma and talking ability, you're not going to reach Eddie's stature, but, I mean, he literally is like the new Mexican star.
I thought you were going to say the Mexican Eddie Guerrero. I was about to be like, bruh.
Bro, he's Mexican, bro.
Nah, he was Cuban, homie.
Nah, he's Cuban. Did you know this? I actually read something, an interesting fact, that in Tetsuya Naito's excursion that he did to Mexico, the Los Ingobernables thing, the leader of that faction was Andrade Almas, and he was actually under the wing of Andrade Almas in Mexico.
Really?
Did you know that? Did you know, ladies and gents?
And that makes me
pretty
like Almas
interesting.
even more.
Because Naito is I can't say it. Yeah, Almas is fucking awesome. He's great in the ring. He had an awesome match with AJ a couple weeks ago, and hopefully he'll continue to throw up the card, continue to rise up the card, because he's a great talent. Rusev, I really just don't. I don't care.
Yeah, he'll get appearance points.
I don't care.
He'll get appearance points.
It's just all about the draft when it comes to Rusev.
He'll get points, you know. But if I was saying who I really wanted to win, I would say Almas and Vega. I think they got big things coming for both of them.
Yeah.
Next, we have one I've been waiting for a very long time, and that'd be Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. I
forgot a match on pre-show, bro.
This is a pre-show match?
I thought. It is
they
relegated to fucking pre. Of course they did. It's the cruiserweights, bro.
Okay, we'll wait on that one. I was hyped about this.
Yeah, I was excited for it too.
Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. Man, they just shit on them. Just boys. Them young boys.
I mean, some of the best matches. I mean, the best matches on the main roster have been some on
every match with Buddy Murphy.
Every match with Buddy Murphy, pretty much
the MVP of the
Buddy
year.
Murphy, the shit, for sure. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the best quality matches on the main roster it's coming from 205 Live. And yeah, I look for these guys to put on a good match. Drew Gulak doesn't really do anything for me in the ring, but he's an entertaining guy. Cedric is obviously tremendous. I would like to see maybe Cedric and Buddy Murphy get a high-profile opportunity to really show their stuff, because they would open some eyes. Because there are people that do not watch 205 Live. Yeah. I guarantee that. And if you put them on the second biggest pay-per-view of the year and let them go out there and do the shit they've been doing, they'd be like, well, for one, they're not going to do it because they'll steal the show.
Yeah, they don't want them to steal the show.
They don't want the cruiserweights to steal the fucking show like we saw back in the day.
Everything's politics.
No, we can't do that. And Vince would know that those guys would be thrown out there and do some flippy cool shit, and everybody be excited and get their boners hard, and then you'd have to watch, fucking Reigns and Lesnar, and then everybody would leave. But yeah, look for that to be some good stuff. I did make a mistake in my drafting. I should have drafted Cedric, but I drafted Drew Gulak for some reason. I think he might win. I don't know. Maybe they'll change it up, but
I think Gulak could win. Alexander's had the title for quite a while.
He has, and that's why I was thinking.
I'm going to say I think Gulak's going to win.
That's why I was thinking Gulak could get the title too. But I look for that to be some good stuff, man. They probably won't give him a lot of time, but it just sucks, man. Those cruiserweights just keep getting fucked and just get relegated. They haven't even been on a pre-show. They haven't even gotten a chance to wrestle on a main show. So I mean, this is like the first time I've seen it. So. At least they're giving them a chance, but they should have been main carded for sure.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good match. They'll probably get 10 minutes or something.
That's it. They'll do their thing.
It'll be fun, but yeah, it won't be no 205 quality that we get in their main events. Those are great.
Yep.
So now we have Daniel Bryan and The Miz. I have not seen these little video packages. You told me to check them out from SmackDown, and they've been great. But I've ever since when Bryan was in NXT and The Miz was his, I literally had a heart attack. I was just like, The Miz is Daniel Bryan's coach. Like, in my mind, I could just picture the internet, just wrestling community, just losing their mind.
They did.
And now you look at it, Miz is definitely one of the possibly all-time greats in the WWE. It took him some years for people to believe in him, but when you talk about entertainment, you talk about probably the best year he's had in his career in terms of wrestling matches. This year has been one of the best. So and he's going in, last year, and he's going into, having a match with Daniel Bryan, which is probably going to be the best match Bryan's had since he's been back.
Yeah.
It's going to be the best match. It's going to have the story. One thing I'm a bit afraid of is they don't go too heavy on the storytelling, and it gets kind of wonky, and Brie comes out there, or Maurice comes out there, and
I could see that too.
Have some shit like that happen, and kind of
next month we'll have a mixed tag match that we ruined our awesome great
just poop all over this. I just want this to be a great culmination. Not even, maybe if it continues, that's great, but I want this, please, WWE, just let this be like an epic match that the fans have wanted to see for a long time. Just let it happen. Have a clear-cut winner. If Bryan loses, fine. If Miz loses, fine. Whatever. I don't care who wins. I just want them to go out here and have a great match.
Yeah. And
carry the feud however 8 years it's been that they've been just kind of like poking at each other for 8 years.
Yeah.
So this I'm looking forward to maybe the most on the whole show.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for sure. It's in my top probably 2 matches that I'm looking forward to the most. It's going to be some great stuff. Yeah, and I definitely, with the Miz and obviously getting in there, and similar to a John Cena, taking a little bit to get his feet in the ring, I would say the quality up in his matches, and it's definitely gotten there, especially when he gets in the ring with a great talent and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I commend WWE on holding true to this story. I mean, it's a very, very long feud that I've carried over for years and years and years, and a lot of people have a lot of built-up interest in this. So hopefully the payoff will come off well, and they won't do a whole bunch of shenanigans and bullshit, and hopefully the crowd won't be dead by the time, because I imagine they'll probably get towards the probably latter end of this show with that match, because it is the most elaborate story involved in all of the.
I think it'll be in the middle of the card.
Probably. But yeah, look forward to that for sure. It should be some good stuff.
Yeah, so we're on Wikipedia, so this is just the order in which that the matches are on Wikipedia.
Oh
so
yeah, it'll be all
over the place
yeah.
for sure. Next we got Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm actually really looking forward to this. Psych, fuck this match.
Fuck off.
Okay, I don't give.
We've
a shit
seen it 17 times on Raw. Why are you putting it on the main fucking show on the pay-per-view? No one gives a fuck. Like God. Ugh, Jesus Christ.
I don't give a shit about either one of these people.
No, I don't. I do have Finn Balor in a draft, so go Finn Balor. Fucking fag. I don't give a fuck. Why? Why do they keep having Finn Balor? He's a talented guy. I get it. He's very.
They just want to get both these guys on the show. That's all.
Why do you want to get Baron Corbin on the show? Why?
I don't
Why
know.
Do you want to do
They
that?
must see something in him, because they just keep putting him on TV. He's gotten a lot.
If I have to watch another fucking 8-minute match on fucking Baron Corbin versus whoever the fuck, just shoot me in the head now.
I will say Corbin has gotten a lot better on the mic. He's putting a lot. I think he's better on the mic than he is in the ring.
Yeah, and that's not saying much.
I know.
Holy shit! He literally could fart out of his mouth and it'd be better than what he's doing in the ring. Fuck off, Baron Corbin. I'm done with that match, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck that match, dude. Hopefully that's right around the time our food is ready to eat, because god damn it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I will go force a shit out of my ass.
I think I literally said that when we were sitting over here. I was like,
that's when I take a poop.
I think I'm going to force myself to go take a shit during this match, so I don't have to shit during
I'll do a
match.
mock draft on my phone for 5 minutes or some shit.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't care who wins this.
Yeah.
I want Baron Corbin to win because I don't want Balor to win. That's for you.
Just so I can't get my 3 fucking points, bitch. Balor's going to win. Balor Club for life, bro.
Right.
Forever one. 4 over.
4 over.
4 over 1.
Whatever. However he does it.
Whatever.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. So they did that match, and Jeff lost real quick, and we were like, he's hurt. You know, they're going to do this little ditty. And then Jeff Hardy literally got raped by Randy Orton, like, just 2 weeks in a row. And then it was just rape Jeff Hardy just for a full month.
Yeah, it's a really, really weird feud. It's a really weird feud. It's weird that they didn't just add Randy to make this a triple threat. But they're just having... It's just weird, man. Like, Nakamura hasn't really been there. Hardy was hurt. And now they're having a match, but really Hardy's really been feuding with Randy more. I don't really understand this.
Randy will show up in this match.
Oh, for sure. They should have just made Randy Orton the referee and just dip his cock and boots in the corner.
Walk around with his hand.
Just walk around and be like trying to shake the guy's hands and rubbing his dick. You want to shake my hand? It's a shake. It's the shake the ref's cock hand match.
Just the
Just Randy Orton should be
the penis killer.
Randy Orton should be the referee and wear the same trunks that Shawn always used to do whenever he refereed matches. And just be like, just turn Randy Orton into Shawn Michaels. Like, just be like super like boy toy touching his cock and shit. Like,
he's got this super rapey vibe about him. Did you see him on SmackDown where he like was peeking around that corner?
Dude, he's the slithering viper, bro.
I know, he's just like peeking around. He's like peeking around the corner, just like, dude. Randy is just like.
Randy the raper, bro.
Dude, he's so rapey right now. I can't. He literally.
Randy, why you be rapey?
He literally finger fucked just Jeff Hardy's ear holes.
Dude, right?
That was the grossest.
Hot.
Yeah.
So who's coming out as champ on that one?
I think Nakamura retains.
Yeah, that's probably where I would lean. I have both though, so that's a
I think
fiver.
I think it's
as
possible.
long as Randy doesn't DQ that bitch. I just need my 5 points. Okay.
Right. You have both these guys?
I have both Nakamura and Hardy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, watch out.
You're getting a win
here
no matter what. Yeah, I think Nakamura retains here, and I think Jeff and Randy go on and do their thing, and then Nakamura. I think Almas and Nakamura are going to feud next.
Heel. Sure about that? He like to refund. He redoes that.
I think Almas might turn face.
I'd be down. I think it's better though as that package.
It
is
is
heel.
true as a heel.
It's better package as a heel.
Man. Or
maybe the thing's a one-off. Maybe the thing's a one-off with Bryan and Miz, and maybe they feud Bryan and Nakamura.
That's true. Or if Jeff wins, I think Almas is going to jump up into the U.S. title feud pretty soon.
That'd be cool.
So
I see Hardy winning and then do Hardy Almas maybe.
Yeah, I think it's possible. All right, so yeah, I'm going to say Nakamura for that. So and then we got Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus
the GOAT.
Versus
the GOAT.
The
GOAT.
Female Roman Reigns.
Fuck you, bro. Watch your fucking mouth. I am on the same page with you. Charlotte does not need to win this match. That is true.
He hates it when I say that.
But, because Charlotte be the GOAT. But, Charlotte winning this match could help Becky in the long run. Here's my reasoning for it. What if Charlotte wins this match and we get just a brutal fucking heel turn from Becky Lynch, who just goes apeshit and goes crazy and gets super pissed off that Charlotte keeps going over the top of her and doing it that way? Or maybe
I think Charlotte's gonna turn heel because
that actually might be the better idea.
I think Charlotte's gonna turn heel and she's going to be heel because I think
they need to have her heel against Rousey.
Yeah, I think she's going to be heel against Rousey.
I take that back. Becky needs to win here, and then Charlotte could turn on her.
I think that might be what happens.
And then you could feud Becky and Charlotte for 6 months until they need to do Rousey and Charlotte.
I'm okay with that.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right. I'm down with the clown. But yeah, Becky, if fucking Carmella comes out with the champion,
Becky Lynch deserves to win this title.
She definitely does. She definitely does. She's one of the most underutilized and underrated people on the roster for sure. Becky's great. If Carmella comes out with the title, fuck off. Just fuck.
Yeah, her time. I think her time's kind of.
I'm done with the 2007 Melina fucking I'm champion. Look how good, all this bullshit. Like I'm done with
I'm over it.
I'm done with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Becky. I hope Becky wins here.
Yeah, same here. Charlotte the GOAT though. Where the fuck is Asuka? Did she die?
I heard that they were talking about possibly adding her to this match, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I guess whatever. Next we got Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen.
He's not facing Sami Zayn.
No, I know.
That's
you're right.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rollins with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope it's better than their last one.
Again, what is up with WWE going back from doing gimmicks? They have an Iron Man match. Now we just have a singles match. Like, what backwards ass booking are they doing?
I think that they maybe wanted to do something else here. What I thought they were possibly going to do.
Why didn't they just, instead of making it another title match, why not just do a tag match with Ambrose and Rollins?
Or just make it a fatal 4-way for the U.S. title.
I guess that's true.
I thought possibly they would add Drew McIntyre to this, and then it would possibly start making dissension between them.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen
It'll come
eventually.
down the road, yeah.
I think it's Drew and Ziggler are possibly going to feud each other. I think Ambrose and Rollins are going to probably feud.
All that I want to get out of this is
Ambrose turning heel.
Is Drew McIntyre winning the Universal title? That's all I want to get out of this. Yeah, is Ambrose turning heel and stop being a cartoon character, just jokey?
He didn't seem super cartoony on Raw.
He was doing his whole lunatic. I'm crazy. I'm gonna jump on you and fucking fuck your ear off or whatever the shit is. He's been hitting that bench press though. We were talking about that.
The boy jacked.
Boy looking jacked.
MVP of fantasy.
It's Baron Corbin, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a good pick. Good pick on your part. But yeah, I mean, if it's obviously gonna have its shenanigans.
I think Dolph retains.
Set in its. Yeah, I mean, the two options that I see here is Dolph retains. And then you have Dolph retain because Ambrose causes Rollins to lose, or you have Rollins win and then Ambrose do the jealousy angle maybe or something like that where he turns on him. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have too much shenanigans, obviously you have a lot of talent involved here with Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins getting in there and being able to work a match. Should be some good stuff there, but I definitely see the shenanigans outweighing the opportunity to come off with a better quality match out of this one. But yeah, hopefully we get an Ambrose heel turn in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for the most. I want to see heel Ambrose forever.
Now we've seen heel Ambrose, and it was still cartoony, and it was still fucking. But it wasn't like we don't want Dean Ambrose heel. We want John Moxley heel. Like that's the kind of level of heel we want.
Sitting
we want
in a dark
sitting
hallway,
in the back
smoking a
hallway
cigarette.
smoking a cigarette with a gnarly ass look on his face. Like that's the kind of like talking like the Joker, like in weird shit and all that kind of stuff.
Almost like Bray Wyatt, but way better.
True. Yes, that's what we would like to see. But
yeah,
yes.
I mean, I think Ziggler we're going to retain here. I think there might be a lot of shenanigans in this one.
Yeah, for sure.
It could be very good though, the match itself, and then it could just kind of break down towards the end and just kind of be all fucky. But we'll see.
You know you're going to get the shenanigans towards the end though.
Right. Next we got Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens.
Bro, you want to talk about the MVP of our draft coming up right here, ladies and gents? It's when my boy Kevin Owens gets
Braun Strowman.
It's when my boy
Braun Strowman flips a car every Raw.
It's when my boy Kevin Owens somehow gets his briefcase because Braun Strowman can lose. I heard this on Raw. Braun Strowman can lose the briefcase via countout or disqualification. So watch the fuck out, ladies and gents. You never know what kind of fuckery WWE can pull on you guys.
That's
here.
true. I did.
If this show ends with Kevin Owens hitting an F5 on Brock Lesnar and winning the Universal Championship, I will come onto this show and dip my cock in my own boot. Okay, that shit would be awesome to see. But
Thanks for stealing my thunder, there, guy.
Well, I'm the thunder stealer.
I've thought this, and I've heard the possibility of this happening. Owens winning here, and then kind of sneaking his way into that title match at the end, winning the Universal title, and then since the chances of Lesnar leaving are very high, but they've said that for the last year at least, and possibly having Heyman go with Owens, I think that would be a good call. I think that would be a very good call. They need a top heel on Raw. Yeah. If Lesnar leaves, they need a top heel on Raw.
Yeah,
and I mean Lesnar's not there very often anyway. Who's the top heel on Raw?
Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah, they need a top heel on Raw, and it's probably going to be, the more I think about it, it's probably going to be Kevin Owens.
MVP, motherfucker.
It's probably going to be Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens probably going to win the Money in the Bank, and he's probably going to win in that title match.
I'm sorry, I believe Money in the Bank wins are 5 points? Would that be a 10-point night?
No.
Would that be a 10-point night?
No, that's only in the ladder match.
But I mean, he's winning it. He's winning it.
Nah.
We'll have other people vote on that.
Yeah.
Might be a 10-pointer on that night. Thank you very much. MB motherfucking P. Thank you.
Okay,
Montel Vontavious Porter. Yeah, I mean, the safe bet is to just
Strowman wins.
What is the point? But here's the thing. What's the point of doing this match if you don't have fuckery happening?
To have just Strowman on the show.
True.
Remember when they put him on WrestleMania and he teamed with a child?
I mean, that's a good point. We were there. Yeah, we saw it. Where's Bobby Lashley? Is he on the show?
Oh, isn't he facing Elias? It's not.
Where is he even on?
Oh, it's not even on here.
Okay, whatever.
I thought Lashley was facing Elias.
Elias said he's going to do a performance at SummerSlam. So they probably took the match away and they'll do a segment where Lashley will come out and everybody won't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
Elias.
I don't know how I feel about that because it just seems like there's no reason for it. Literally, Kevin Owens just got thrown off a 15-foot cage through a fucking table and just got manhandled and has continued to be manhandled. Why would they do this?
Owens is his character is very opportunistic. That's been his character in WWE.
But that's what I'm saying. Why do they do this unless they do this thing with Kevin Owens? That's what I'm thinking. Why would you just have Strowman go in and obviously win an obvious match that he's going to win? You know what I mean? It'd be different if you stacked the odds and made like a 4-way and added in like Elias and Lashley, and then he came out against the odds. This one, he obviously would be
It definitely looks
hella
like
favorite. It looks like it's sided towards the fuckery and shenanigans of like a Kevin Owens getting not winning the match, but maybe having I don't know, maybe having like. You don't have to have Sami Zayn go in and do anything, but maybe Sami Zayn somehow helps Kevin Owens win, and then he's his sidekick buddy.
What would bug me is if he won, and then
nothing happened at SummerSlam.
Right. You'd have to do something.
I think it would happen.
Or have him go out there and then have him just be thrown around by Reigns or Lesnar or something like that, and then lose the briefcase when you could have kept it with Strowman. The smart play is to have Strowman. I mean, I think the best thing they should have did with Strowman, as soon as Brock Lesnar made an appearance on Raw, have him cash in and beat him for it. Like, that's what they should have did, because that fits Braun Strowman's character.
I think if Strowman wins here, I think he should come out before that main event.
That has been our thought going along, was don't have Strowman cash in on somebody after a match. Have Strowman come out before everyone else comes out. Have him come out before Lesnar and Reigns if he ends up keeping the title, and be like, fuck you, it's triple threat now, let's do this shit, bitch, and then have him win the Universal Championship. Because
I think it would be a big
that's the Braun Strowman way.
He was way over on Raw. He's been over.
He has been over.
Yeah, but
he should have won the Universal title at WrestleMania. That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
he is the most over thing.
Yeah, he's definitely the most over thing on Raw
for sure.
So yeah, I mean those are the scenarios, but I think either one would be fine.
I'm not excited about the match. I'm excited for the shenanigans that could be happening in that match.
Right. Next we have the Bludgeon Brothers, which I am tired of.
Fuck off.
Versus the New Day. Here, I don't know if it'll be which combination it'll be. It'll probably be Big E and Kofi.
Yeah.
Probably be Big E and Kofi, I'd imagine. This will be whatever.
Yeah.
I think the New Day is going to win the titles.
How long can they keep doing New Day, man?
I don't know. I mean, it's still.
I'm just kind of.
Over
they're
it?
entertaining. I think they've
of
actually,
all the tag teams
they've
on
lost
WWE, how much do you care? I would say I care about the New Day more than probably 95% of the tag team roster.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate not to see my boys the Usos on the show.
Maybe the Usos and Revival are the other two teams.
Usos, Revival, and then NXT guys.
Yeah, but I mean, like
on the main roster. You're right.
Roster.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, I mean, they'll provide great stuff, but I feel like it's time to start doing some other stuff. Like Big E needs to go up the card. Big E is a guy that has massive potential. Who I just think that they're just kind of running with the New Day thing until it just literally the wheels fall off this thing. They have been a faction for like years now. We're talking years. These guys have been together and been doing their thing. Are they hell entertaining? Yes. Do they provide great match quality? Yes. But man, I just feel like it's got to be time to start doing something different. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe they think like, hey, as a unified, as a unit, we're going to be better than we are not together. But I just feel like there's some guys in there that want to do some other stuff. I just feel like I get this genuine feeling we're like, hey, we're having a lot of fun here, but I think the guys in separate individually maybe want to do something different.
Yeah, do something different.
Especially Big E. Especially Big E.
I think Big E could do something. I think they're probably doing this whole wait your turn. Something will happen.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do the whole McFoley Kane. Wait your turn. Kofi's never won a world title either.
He hasn't, and he'll never. I don't think he ever will.
Really?
No.
Yeah, and I think the Bludgeon Brothers are incredibly boring.
Yes.
They are so boring.
Yes.
God, they're awful.
And it sucks because Luke Harper is hella talented. He's a hella talented
I don't think they're
guy.
bad in the ring. I just think that they're
so generic.
They're so generic. They're boring.
Boring as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
it is super
so
boring.
But
I would say I think the New Day's.
Hopefully, New Day gets titles, and maybe we eventually see fucking the Bar doing something down the road. Maybe you have a New Day win, and maybe the Bar beat them down or something like that, or I don't know, something down the road with the Usos. Because I mean, you have great talent on SmackDown side for tag divisions, I think too. Not even forgetting Sanity too, who's in there.
Yeah,
as well.
Sanity is fun to watch
for sure.
Next we have AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe.
Boys,
this is scary. This one's scary to me because I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like the match that you think is going to steal the show, they don't want it to be potentially the best match because
it'll take away from what
it'll
they
take
really
away
want.
What they want to do with other matches.
Because they're going to want to have Ronda have the best match again.
I don't know about that. I think maybe they don't want it to outshine Lesnar Reigns.
Here's the thing with this. Here's the thing with this match, and really AJ's matches in general, and matches with these kind of guys that literally WWE gets in their way. WWE just gets in their way. They got in the way at Mania. They got in the way with the whole feud with Nakamura and AJ. They literally can go out there and probably knock it out of the park with their fucking eyes closed, but they just get in their way. If this match took place 2 weeks ago or a week ago at the G1 Climax or whatever, this match could be one of the best matches of the year. I know because it's on a WWE show that it's not. And that's disappointing because we love these guys. And we have watched them have amazing matches over the years. And we know they can still...
Unless it's with, Big Match John.
Yeah, right. But we know these guys can deliver, and we know that they can be like, if you put this match anywhere else in the world, and you put this match on the card, other matches are going to be like, fuck, we have to follow that, or fuck, we have to be on the same card as that, because these guys have so much chemistry. They've worked together for years and years and years and had great, phenomenal matches, over the years, and they shouldn't have any problems with having an amazing match here. But we have to worry about it going into it because WWE and all the idiots, pulling the strings get in the way of these guys. And it's just so unfortunate because they're so talented and they're so fun to watch. And the feud has been good. The feud has been really good. Everything that Joe's been doing on the mic has been some of the best mic work we've seen Joe do in a really long time. AJ, obviously, in this long title run that he's had, so well-deservingly. I never thought I would see AJ Styles almost
longest
with a
SmackDown
year,
champion we
longest
saw.
SmackDown world champion in SmackDown history, which is fucking amazing. So to see AJ treated that way is an amazing thing. But let these guys go out there and do what AJ and Joe can do, which is deliver the best match on this show by far. And hopefully they can do that. And hopefully we get the AJ Joe match that we're used to.
I think it'll be good. I don't know if it will reach great.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know
right
if they're willing to let it.
I think it'll be around that 4-star range. I think that's where it could be, but I think that's as high as it could be because WWE gets in their way.
Right.
When really it could be, obviously
it
much
could be
higher.
great. Yeah,
It could be.
They've had great matches in TNA and stuff, and
for
Ring of Honor and all over the place.
Yeah, for sure. Who comes out as a champion though?
I think AJ retains.
I do too. I think Joe wins it at Hell in a Cell.
Think so.
Yeah, I think they might have a match at Hell in a Cell and a Hell in a Cell, and I think Joe maybe wins it there. But I think they give AJ a year-long title run. I think would be amazing. That's what I hope to see. Jesus Christ, lights going out over here. But yeah, I just hope to see AJ to get that year-long title run. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it could be the best match on the show.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be as good as we would hope. So
right.
Next we have Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey here. I'm excited for this. I'm just thoroughly entertained with Ronda Rousey in the ring. I think she's so awkward, but she's good awkward. She's so excited about what she's doing.
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Female version of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Really?
Every time I see segments with her, I get this Stone Cold vibe from her. The crowd just shits their pants. Anytime she does those, she comes out and you know what to expect from her. Just like you know what to expect with Austin. If Austin McMahon get in the ring, you know what you're getting.
Where
out
she's
of
a badass.
She's got the badass mentality. She's got the BMF walk thing going, just like Austin did. And as soon as she rips ass and starts, just how Austin used to fucking just start stunning people left and right, the crowd loses their minds.
Yeah.
When she was arm dragging Alicia about to rip her fucking arm off, dude, the crowd was shitting themselves. And all of her segments are some of the most intriguing ones because it provides some of the best crowd, involvement because people are so behind her. I think they've done a good job of getting her over to the point to where at the beginning when she first came out, she was getting booed.
Yeah.
There are people not behind this, but then you realize the passion that she seems to have for the business,
right?
And how much she's caring and how much she's seeming like just one of the girls. She comes in there and she's doing her thing and she's in there more than the Universal Champion is. But yeah, I don't know, when I see this, I kind of have this female Stone Cold every time I see her. Anytime she gets going, the crowd just loses it. Just like how Austin, every time in one of his segments, it would be a slow burn and then fucking everything would go insane and he would just start stunning everybody left or right and doing his thing.
I agree. I think that's a good comparison.
A really big vibe like that.
Yeah, I see that comparison. And I think if she carries that through and she continues to impress and we get that possible Charlotte Rousey match at Mania, that'd be great. I think that's got to be main eventing.
And that's the thing I think it's, she's almost gotten to the point or is at the point to where she doesn't have to be good in the ring as a wrestler. She just has to provide the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And you let the other person do the work. So that's why you put her in there with a Charlotte, because she could do the work and you let Rousey provide the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because she does provide the atmosphere.
She put in work at Mania, dude.
She did, and it was great. And if they work it out enough, they could definitely put on a great match. I think for sure down the road. I'm talking with Charlotte. This with Alexa, she'll probably just get the shit beat out of her because that's what Alexa's probably going to be doing. But
I don't know if Rousey wins here. If she does, I know she's doing the whole. She's going to be there, and she's going to be there on most weekly shows. Yeah. I feel like she's there way more than Lesnar obviously would be. I
I'm going to say Rousey probably wins here. I think the headline is going to be huge.
Yeah, the headline would be huge for have her win the title. It's at the second biggest show of the year. But I am on kind of board with delaying her winning a title because I think maybe having her, unless they decide to do, which I came up with the idea just because I got bored or whatever and like booked a SummerSlam show of like how I'd want to see it or whatever when I was bored at work one time, is maybe down the road if they end up maybe like unifying the titles or something like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe have Charlotte be champion going into Mania and have Rousey be champion going into Raw or something like that, or going as Raw champion. I don't know, something like that, or have her win the Rumble or however they're going to end up doing it. I feel like she has to be the one to win the Royal Rumble. It fits her for me, in my opinion.
Rousey winning.
But yeah, I just feel like that would work out the best. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's too soon. I don't know if then it feels like there's no more mountains to climb type of feel, where almost she continues to feel like she's on the up and up, and then if she just wins the title, like what else do you do until you do something at Mania type of deal?
So she possibly gets screwed over here.
That could happen. But then again, it's like they put her in title match. That's the same thing they would have did against Nia, because they did that at Money in the Bank. They had Rousey versus Nia for the title, and they just did the screw job thing and had Alexa cash in. Like, how many times can you do that?
Right.
And what else do you do from there? Like, do you just have Rousey run through everybody and then
take leave for a while?
I don't know. I think it'll be a big indication if she comes out as champion of how it goes for the rest of the year. How it goes for the rest of the year.
I'm going to say she wins here. I think
it's a big headline. Wins. I think the headline would be for her to win.
Yeah, I think that they're about the now and the moment. Yeah. So I think Rousey's going to win here.
Yeah.
From there, I have no idea. I have no idea where they go.
It's unfortunate for Alexa because you have her.
Yeah, I know, but she's going to get hella appearances. She's all over the place. So, and then finally we got Lesnar versus Reigns.
Number 945.
Yeah, I don't care about this.
Fucking A, dude.
I don't care about this match at all. I don't care about Brock Lesnar. I like Roman Reigns. I think I think that they climaxed him too soon. I think if they pushed him to the main event now, and I think the fans would probably accept him more because he's definitely talented in the ring. He definitely has the ability to go out there and have good matches and be exciting. He's better on the mic than he used to be. He's still not the greatest.
Except for Brock Lesnar, which they continued to do.
Yeah.
Well, I guess except for WrestleMania 31, that one was good.
And if he doesn't win here, like it just to me, it makes you if Reigns is your guy and he does not win here, like. You're literally just saying that your number one guy could not beat the guy who's going to the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, and that looks so terrible here. If Strowman doesn't get added to this or Kevin Owens doesn't win the thing and come in, I think Reigns has to win here, clean, take the title, and coordinate him and be done, and finally establish him as your guy, because after this, I know I've said it over the last couple times. Like it's so many times they've tried to make him the champion. So many times they try to make him the champion. I think he has to beat Lesnar if they are really committed to making Roman Reigns their next guy, which they are very much. He has to win here. He has to win this match and take the title. And it may piss off the fans, and they may go home sour, but he has to. Otherwise, you're just pretty much saying you literally you're taking your first round draft pick, and then you're sitting him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
like the guy who it got you to.
I think the biggest thing that we're not talking about in this match is who's on the outside, because I think Paul Heyman's going to play a big factor in whatever happens in this
that's
match.
Definitely possible.
Paul Heyman has carried this entire feud. Everything that he's done with his promo work, his interview with Renee Young, which was fantastic. Everything that he's done on the mic, he's literally carried everything. It should say champion Paul Heyman featuring Brock Lesnar, because he's literally carried him as the champion that he is. But yeah, I see maybe some shenanigans happening with Heyman. Some sort of shenanigans is happening regardless in this. Whether Strowman comes out or Owens comes out as Money in the Bank, or holding Money in the Bank, I see there's some sort of tease or some sort of cash-in happening at the end of this. SummerSlam is synonymous with having cash-in moments. We had it with Alberto Del Rio in 2011. You had it with Randy Orton in 2014 when Daniel Bryan won the title. So, I mean, SummerSlam is a big synonymous spot for cash-ins and teases. So some sort of shenanigans is going to happen with this. But as far as the match goes, I could give literally two fucks I don't care at all about this. I don't want to ever see these two in the ring ever again. We've seen it so many fucking times, been drilled into our head.
Should have been should it have been Lashley and Lesnar here?
I think if you're gonna do Lashley and Lesnar, it shouldn't be for the title.
Really?
I don't think either of them should be champion. So yeah, I mean, it made no sense by having Lashley beat Reigns clean and then having Lashley lose to Reigns for some reason, having to go against him again for a number one contenders match, even though the match that they had at Extreme Rules, I think it was Extreme Rules, was basically a glorified number one contenders match.
They think their fans are stupid.
Yeah.
So
We're idiots.
They're gonna have an Iron Man match with Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins, and then the next pay-per-view they're gonna have just a singles match.
Right. Okay. And you're gonna have Lashley beat Reigns, and then have him lose in a number one contenders match. But yeah, I mean, everybody, that's the only other match I want to see from Brock Lesnar, and then he can fuck off. Goodbye, forever. But yeah, I mean, God, how many times can we beat this fucking horse into the ground? But yeah, I hope we see some shenanigans in this match because it's the only thing that's gonna make me give a shit, and it's the only thing that's gonna make me pique my interest. To see if something does go down. But I look for Heyman to be a big factor in this matchup. Heyman's done some turns and done some weird things and interactions on the outside before, and he's been a huge part of this build to this match, so I think he's going to play a key role when it comes to Sunday. But if Lesnar comes out of this as champion, wow. Just fucking wow, dude. I know supposedly I read that they're going to have some sort of like backstage meeting, closed door meeting with Lesnar and all of like the higher up people in WWE or whatever, I guess about some sort of deal or some shit, trying to work something out. I mean, I don't know how many more people in the audience could tell you that they don't want to see Brock Lesnar anymore. I mean, people just don't want to see it. I don't want to see any match with Brock Lesnar except maybe like a little 12-minute hoss battle between him and Lashley, just because we've always talked about Brock Lesnar versus Black Lesnar. Like that's what we've always wanted to see. We've always wanted to see them get in the ring and do their thing.
I think it would be cool to see him and Strowman, but I think it would be cool to
We've seen it.
I want to see Strowman beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
I just want to see him decimate him like Lesnar did to Cena that one time.
Or Lesnar did to Hogan, like back in the day when he was like the established guy that beat the shit out of the older guy.
I want to see.
Yeah, that's who should be in that spot. It should be Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship because Braun Strowman should have won the title at fucking WrestleMania. That should be the build. But we have a lot of shenanigans in store, I think, for us on Sunday. Whether it be with Heyman, whether it be with Strowman and Owens, something Money in the Bank shit. I definitely see some screwiness, but who would be your pick right now if you had to put money on who walks out of SummerSlam with the Universal title?
I'm going to say Roman Reigns. If Strowman gets added, I would say Strowman.
If Strowman keeps his briefcase, I say Strowman walks out. Well, then again, I don't know, man. That shenanigans they got going on, that Money in the Bank is going to be a big factor, I think. But the safe bet is to just say, fucking give it to Reigns, let him have their consistent champion be on Raw, and run and do their thing. But I don't know, maybe they just have Reigns win and then have somebody cash in on Reigns, like instead of doing it on Lesnar, like instead of Lesnar retaining. Maybe they have him beat Lesnar. Maybe that's a tipping point for Reigns. Maybe Reigns turns heel and they go from there. Maybe that's the big turn for Reigns or something. I don't know. I'm definitely intrigued to see what the results of what comes out of this for sure.
You looking forward to this on paper more than WrestleMania?
No,
WrestleMania.
No, definitely. It was definitely on paper for Mania.
It was better.
For sure. Oh, yeah, on paper? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we were talking about WrestleMania on paper being the best WrestleManias on paper in a long time. Yeah. And it never panned out.
Is your excitement for this? Are you excited for this to a degree?
To see what happens, I'm not really excited for quality.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're going to get it. And I'm not excited to start at 4 o'clock and be over at 10 o'clock. Not excited for fucking 7 hours of having to sit through stuff, and it's gonna.
How long is the pre-show? 2 hours?
Probably. Yeah, and they'll drag 2 matches out for over 2 hours and do video packages and all that bullshit. Cut your goddamn pay-per-views. I mean, we can't say it enough. It's just too much damn time. And there's gonna be dead periods to this card where you're just not gonna give a shit. And I'm sure they'll throw AJ and Joe right in the deadest of periods, right when we just do not give a shit, and then we'll just be thrown that, and then they'll try and survive it, but. I'm intrigued for the results, but on paper, I'm looking for this one to be a typical WWE pay-per-view of 2018.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would say the same.
But that TakeOver show, though.
Yeah, that TakeOver show is
going to be fantastic.
It's going to be lit.
For sure.
So.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know if maybe we'll do some sort of like recap down the road or something like that. Maybe next week we'll hit a couple bullet points if there's something big, or we'll do a wrestling topic show or something like that down the road. But yeah, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, for all of our Pro Wrestling Pulse viewers watching on that channel, be sure to go down in the description, click that link in the description, and subscribe to the new channel because that is where we's bees at now. Yeah, this will wrap up our edition of the Dead Pulse Theory from our partner Jarvis. I am J-Man, and we will see you guys next time.